Well, hello there. My name's Candace. If you didn't already know, welcome to my channel. And I'm getting back into vlogs. Life has been lifing, and I've been learning how to handle grief when you lose somebody. But that's not what this video is about. Today, I'm going to show you my process of learning how to print my own books as a self-published author. Now, I have a company that I use to print my books most of the time, and I love them so much. They're called lulu.com. We're not gatekeeping here. But the only thing is, I have to wait like 2 weeks to get the books. And although the price to print is pretty cheap, and you can also use honey.com when you're checking out to get discounts and things on the cost, still that 2 weeks matters. So I have been looking into creating my own books using a coil binder, which is a big giant machine that actually makes the holes so I can spiral bound most of my books. I have created many Christian related resources. So I have one of my first books is the Bible Basics, which teaches you about the basics of the Bible that you should know as a Christian or believer in Jesus Christ. Then I have word searches, coloring books, all type of stuff. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be printing first before I bind it or whatever on 5.5 by 8.5 paper, the word search that I created. This is the first Bible word search that I ever created. So let's get printing. Let me show you what type of printer I have first. All right, so this is one of my two printers. This is the one that I mostly use for printing things that are simple, that go on regular paper. And then the other printer is mostly for my digital prints that I've been working on, which I'll make a video about later, or my art prints, and the covers for the books. So this is one of my stickers also that I created. Let's just get in there. It's if you've ever been on my channel, you will see that I have a lot of Bible related stuff. So that's a Bible verse sticker. All right, so this is my computer, and this is the Bible word search that I actually created and everything. And sorry about that thing that happens when you look at our computers. So I'm going to print it out, and then we're going to get into binding. So this is the screen for printing. Sorry, it's all this little glare thing, but I wanted to show you it's 41 pages altogether, and it's in portrait mode. So now it's time to print. And so it begins. One thing I also wanted to note as a tip, sorry, let me just better. All right, one thing I wanted to note as a tip for anybody who creates their own books or whatever from home is that if you need your paper cut, because this is basically a half letter size paper that I'm doing this on because it saves on paper, just having it cut in half and it's easier. So what you can do is you could actually go to Office Max, and if you had already I already had one from Walmart, a big giant pack of paper in multiple different packs types. One was cardstock, one was regular paper, whatever. You can go there and they'll cut it in half for you, even if you didn't buy the paper there. And it's not that much. It didn't cost much at all, and I got mine for free. So woohoo! But even if you paid, it was really cheap. So look into that. Alright, so this is how everything turned out after printing. This is the cover page for the word search. I printed this on my Epson 29, let me see, 2950, and then I have to still figure out how you do borderless or whatever, but for now it's okay. I kind of like it with the border anyway. So we have that, and then this is all the pages. Oh, my hands are dry. Excuse me. These are all the pages for the word search. Then I just have some chipboard on the back. I do want to find a different chipboard. This is just my first draft, so I'm doing this as my tester, and now it's time to punch the holes. This is my coil binding machine. I got this on Amazon. It was pretty reasonable. I can't remember how much it was right now, but it's reasonable. It comes with some coils, which I actually think I need a bigger coil size, which I do have. So I have two different versions I'm going to try to see, because you want it to be able to fold comfortably to the next page and it's not rubbing against each other. But this is the coil machine. I've used it many times so far, just testing it out. Love it. It is the best. And you don't really have to plug it up until you want the rolling part to help you put on the coil, which is cool, but you don't need it. Let me show you what it looks like. And these pens are awesome because depending on what you're making, you can pull out how many holes you want it to punch, and it's just perfect. Let me show you. So this is how it looks outside of the box. Pretty big, and it's pretty heavy, but I keep it in the box and just put it under my desk when I'm not using it. And as you can see, you have all these different paper sizes you could be doing and all that. It gives you a lot of information about the different spiral things you can get and how many pages usually goes for each one. So I'm going to do a tester on this type of paper to see what I actually need, because I don't really remember how many holes I need. I forgot the count that I made before, but I'm definitely going to pull some out because I don't like when it's cutting the page like this. So if I was to keep, let me look on the page. Oh, when you look in the camera, it's different. I almost did that wrong because I was looking in the camera. You don't want it to cut the corner like that. I don't like the way that looks. So we're going to do this as a test run. Sorry about the shadow. And you just pull it down. And then you have holes. And it still did it. So that means I need one extra one to come out. Now I'm going to do it on this side and see if it goes. You make sure you push it all the way back to the back of it. And I think it could do like 10 plus pages. Like, I didn't push it all the way back. You gotta make sure you push it all the way back so it's even. But it's because I'm holding the phone. And this is pretty good for me. I like this. I like that it has a little space on the top and the bottom, so it's not super close to the edge like some notebooks are. And so now it's time to do the pages. Now you can see as you're looking through the holes that they all went through and they're even. I almost did the chipboard wrong, not gonna lie, but it still matched up pretty good. And here we go. Now we're going to find a coil that works. Let me show you the multiple coils that I have. So I basically got what would be considered small, medium, and large, kind of. So I got this one. I think this can hold up to 25 or something sheets. But that's a regular paper. If it's cardstock, it's a little bit different. Is this a different one? Oh no, I had it in the wrong box. This is like, one second. This is like the medium one. This one can hold up to, I think, 50 pages. And then I got a really large one because when I make coloring books as well, I want it to, because the paper is thicker, I want to have a big enough coil so you can turn the page. This can hold up to 150, I think, or 175, one of those, but it's really, really big. So super cool. So we're just gonna look. This one could have one like this. I just want to see if the medium one will work as well. You just kind of base it on, yeah, the medium one would be too small. Although it's a decent size, it wouldn't be good for turning. So, because this is over, I think this word search plus the answer key is, let me look at the computer real quick, 1 second, at how many pages it is. 1 second, it is 55. So I think since that one's 50, it's just under it. So number one way you can do this, if you've never done it before, it's kind of hard doing it in front of the camera like this. I'm trying to do it behind myself. Okay, so you line everything up so all the holes are lined up really well, and then you find the end. Let me just twist it around, and you match it through the hole like this, if I can get it through. Yes, and you just twirl. Now, since this is here, you can use this little machine. This part, it actually makes it go in a circle, which makes this faster. Not gonna lie, that is hard to do. I've used it a few times and it does work. It just seems a little challenging to do for me for some reason. So sometimes I don't mind just coiling it myself. But for the sake of you watching this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Alright, so once it's plugged up in the back, it's like a big power box like this. And you just plug it up. Then you can push this button and it spins. And you kind of like slightly touch it and it's supposed to start spinning. It's so hard though. I think since I don't do the hole really close to the edge, sometimes it's hard to get it to go. Oh, so hard for me to do this. I have to learn the trick of how you do this properly. There we go. Alright, so now you see it's all the way through on both ends. And I can just turn it off. The fun thing is you really don't need that part until you are ready to do that. And so this is how it looks so far. I think I'm going to get a different chipboard that's a little thinner. Like you want a thick chipboard to be able to hold it sturdy, but also so you can turn the page. I don't like this one. I'm going to try it out with one that I got from Office Max when they actually gave me my paper. So let me show you. When they gave me my paper, they actually added in some of these boards. So I'm going to actually just cut this. I just easily made the holes again. Then I'm going to let the holes come out of this. Let the spiral come out. Yeah, the fun part is it's fast. So you don't have to worry about that part. If you're in a rush, or you really got a big order, you don't have to worry about that. And now I can just add this backing. It's another chipboard. It's just a thinner material. I probably will go there and buy this too, if they have that as an option. And I'm going to try to do this way because I found doing it upside down sometimes is a little easier for me. Let's see. If you know any tricks in the comments, you tell me because I'm learning over here. Alright, so there we go. Now let me just back up some so you can see all the way. There we go. So this is how it turned out. All I'm going to do is cut this off with the thing they gave me. I'm also still trying to get good at the method of how you're supposed to like curve it or whatever after you cut it. But you use this, you make sure it's on the red dot side, and then you just make sure you have enough on each side, and then you match it and squeeze it and it cuts it. So now this is the notebook, and it's more like easy to turn because I use this type of chipboard rather than that thicker one, which is more like cardstock chipboard. So, but I'm doing a lot of learning because I think if I'm going to sell stuff, I want to be able to learn what works and before I sell it. So this is my first try. What do you think? And here are like Bible topics. So animals in the Bible, places in the Bible, Christian concepts, fruit of the Spirit, names of Jesus, mountains in the Bible, all these fun things. And so now let me attempt to coil these ends. Let's see if I can do it on video. Because I'm not going to lie, I be trying and it be hard. So I usually like try to hold it in a way so that I can kind of bend it downward. Kind of like this. Because I don't want it to be in the way where it hurts somebody. But I want it to be bent downward or inside. Alright, I'm going to try over here now. Now I just hold it and I use those two to kind of bend it in as well. Alright, as you can see, bent that one and bent this one. Could it be better? Yes, but we're working on it. So that's my first handmade Bible word search. This is a 5.5 by 8.5. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.